I think it starts with our investigators, our receptionists, our legal assistants, our paralegals, bookkeepers. I think all of these people often come into contact as much or more, if we look at all of the staff as one, than the attorney with the client. They come into contact frequently on a daily basis, telephonically or in person with the client, and I think they extend to the client an attitude of one, cooperation, two, of helpfulness. They want to help the individual, and I think they do. And then, of course, ultimately the attorney, and we ask the attorney to establish a bond with the client, answer all the client's questions, and continue to communicate with the client throughout the client's case. We can't ask a client to rely upon what we are asking the client in terms of evaluating a case if in fact we've never spoken to the client. By continuing to communicate, to help the client, to answer the client's questions, allows us to establish that bond of trust. And that's something that only an attorney can do with their client. The caseworker paralegal really cannot accomplish that goal.
As a lawyer who has done this work for as long as I've done it, I've sat through hundreds and hundreds of doctors' depositions. I've had to learn the medicine about these kind of cases so that I'm prepared to explain it to a jury in layman's terms, so that I'm prepared to take a doctor's deposition, so that I'm prepared to understand what the doctor's talking about when he talks about it, so that I'm prepared to cross-examine a doctor hired by an insurance company who says, that this injury couldn't have come from this accident. Because of all that, as the client comes in and starts treating with the doctor, I see the medical records as they come in. I see what the doctors are saying. If there's a problem, I discuss it with the client. I can suggest to the client that, the doctor's saying you have this problem. Have you talked to the doctor about getting a referral out maybe for an MRI? Have you talked to the doctor about maybe getting a referral out to see another type of specialist? As a caseworker, I'm not so sure that that person's going to be equipped to make those kind of decisions because they don't have the background.
I feel our job as attorneys is to give clients representation so we can put the client on equal footing with insurance companies and their representatives. And for that reason, again, without having to obtain counsel, we find clients wind up settling for far less than they should, simply because they're at the mercy of the insurance company. The insurance company and the legal system is very adversarial. They hire attorneys and insurance adjusters to make sure their rights are enforced.